Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sarah Sunstone, and today I'm going to be sharing 5 hidden features that were included in the latest update, version 0.2 for Coral Islands Early Access. There were actually a lot of new additions to the game that weren't listed at all in the change list or in the official developer update, from new shopkeeper NPCs and dialogue to new character animations, UI features, and more. However, the 5 things that I will be sharing today are the ones that I personally consider to have the greatest impact on gameplay, and I think you should know about them. Before we get into it, I would like to extend a huge thanks to all of my supporters. We are just around the corner from 10,000 subscribers. Can you believe it? So thank you so much for believing in me and supporting my content. It really means the world. And also a very special thanks, of course, to my channel members and all of you who gift memberships to the community, support me on Ko-fi, and leave super thanks comments on my videos. Because of you all, I am able to continue making all of this content for our cozy and wholesome community. One very simple and free way that you can support the channel yourself is simply by shining the like button and sharing your thoughts on today's video in the comments below. But without any further ado, let's look at the hidden features in Coral Island's latest update. Number 1 is fridge storage functionality. If you fixed up your house and completed the first upgrade, you will receive a basic kitchen. This kitchen comes equipped with a fridge, which previously was purely for decoration. However, much like the wardrobe functionality included in the latest update, you can now also use your fridge to store food. You can currently store up to 40 stacks of items in the fridge, and it is even integrated with the cooking system. So when you cook using a recipe, it will automatically pull the necessary ingredients straight from your fridge. Number 2 is the town rank user interface. If you watched one of my previous videos all about the town rank and how to increase it, then you know I was literally just talking about this feature and how I expected it to make a comeback at some point in development. And this update actually added it for us. In order to unlock it, you will have to first be introduced to the town rank mechanics via a cutscene with Mayor Connor. And then you'll be able to access this new UI tab, which will show you exactly how many points you have within the 3 dimensions of the town rank: Ocean, Museum, and Heritage, along with how many points you are away to achieving the next rank. At this point, this feature is limited to the overall picture. You can't yet click into each of these categories to see additional details, and of course they still haven't implemented the fame category for tourism, but this alone is going to be so helpful for tracking your progress with the town rank at this stage of the game's development in early access. If you'd like to know more about the town rank and what we can expect for it in the future, I will link my video discussing all of this in the description. Number 3 is Scarecrow coverage. Now this one is really important because if you had been using the ordinary scarecrows to protect your crops from pesky crows, just like I had been and like I had suggested you to do, some of those crops may now be vulnerable to attacks because the coverage area has been reduced to an 11 by 11 area. But don't panic, you don't need to completely change your perfect farm layout. You just need to replace the ordinary scarecrows with either the monster scarecrow found at the furniture store, which covers a 15 by 15 area, or if you visit Ben's caravan on the weekends, he will be selling a selection of specialty scarecrows which alternate week to week and will also cover this same 15 by 15 area. So you're good, you just need to spend a little bit of money to replace those ordinary scarecrows instead of completely changing your farm layout, which we totally want to avoid. Number 4 is adjustments made to the lab upgrade requirements. While it was noted that many crops, artisan goods, and other items had been adjusted and rebalanced to either cost more, sell for more, or take longer to produce, the adjustments to the lab upgrades were not noted in the change list, and it's definitely important to be aware of this. Previously, you only needed 5 bottles of kelp essence for the first tier of lab upgrades. However, since the update, it's now going to require 15 bottles per upgrade for each of the first and second tiers of each category respectively. Now fortunately, the prices don't seem to have been changed at all, just the materials required. And to be honest, I completely understand the logic behind increasing this number because these upgrades are incredible. They offer permanent increases to the quality of your seeds, saplings, and animal feed, which essentially means that everything you produce on your farm has a higher chance of being high quality and will only lead to making you more and more money over time. So it is really very valuable to do these lab upgrades, and it makes sense for it to be a little bit harder to achieve. As such, it is definitely worth being aware of this in advance because kelp essence, even before the update, took a long time to process. So you're going to want to stay on top of bottling this product and start processing it as early as you can. Maybe even consider crafting a second or third kelp extractor so you can have more processing on the go at any given time. And finally, number 5 is updated winter temple offerings. This one is so exciting because previously you actually had to offer some rank C fall items for the winter Sessagen bundle, which made it very difficult to achieve within the first year of gameplay. Now, when you visit the Lake Temple and check out the winter offerings, the fall items have been replaced with exclusively winter items. There are now 3 required winter forageables: Brussels sprouts, kale, and rosehip, which are very simple to acquire simply by foraging, along with 2 winter crops, a bronze star tea leaf and a snowdrop. The tea leaf is very easy to grow in the winter, even if you don't have a town rank C yet, and therefore wouldn't have any winter seeds available to purchase at Sam's. You can simply plant wild seeds, and you're guaranteed to get some tea leaves. As for snowdrops, you will need a rank C to purchase these seeds. However, they also grow through into the spring, so you should be able to achieve a town rank C fairly easily by spring year 2. I would honestly be surprised if you weren't able to achieve it by this time, especially now that we know exactly how to rank up and our progress will be tracked with the previously mentioned user interface, so now it is much more likely that you will be able to complete the first altar of offerings at the Lake Temple by either the end of the first year or very early in year 2, which is amazing because then you will unlock the most beautiful, stunning greenhouse. An honorable mention hidden in the update, which I personally found exciting, is that now when you're rummaging through trash cans, when you do collect trash versus other items, more often than not, you're now going to get multiple trash. It seems like you'll either get 1, 3, or 5 pieces of trash at a time versus previously where you would always get 1 single piece. And this is really helpful because, as I always say, trash is a very useful resource that you want to keep. So those were 5 hidden features that were included in the latest update version 0.2 for Coral Islands Early Access that I wanted to share with all of you. Let me know if any of these were news to you, or which one of these caught you off guard when you were playing, or which one you think is the most interesting change. Anything and everything. I always love hearing your thoughts down in the comments below. And with all that being said, thank you so much for watching. I love you all, and until next time, take care. And a very special thanks to Meredith, Formotus, Tansy, Cisco, Cheese, Coons, Divine Raven, Lex, and Magic, my beautiful Sunstone members. I love you all, and thank you so much for the extra support, which really helps to make all that I do on this channel possible and means the world to me.